welcome everyone to Ames, Iowa, home of Iowa State, and these Cyclones have been looking to gather strength all morning long. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cyclones will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
The expressway is wide open. The 20. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kansas State.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Iowa State's offense will go to work for the first time. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
And the Cyclones decide to punt it away. Running it back, it's Lockett. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Nice move to pick up yardage. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Going to the running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, what a cut! They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab outside. It's Lockett. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Give to the back. Makes one man miss. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll leave it with him. Nice move to pick up yardage. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't hold on, he had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
Back to pass, it's Beck. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. And they got him for the sack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down finding positive things.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down moment.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Got it on the outside, it's Davis. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. The give to the left side. Shakes off the defender. And, oh, the pirouette gets him loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lockett.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Nice move there. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Kansas State has it 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Escapes trouble. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Iowa State sending the offense back out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. To the air. It's Beck. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Fakes his man out. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for them.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And they can't make the connection on third down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Off-play action on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Now on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He lobs one high down the left side.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. On the return, it's Lockett. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play. And they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you.
And they get the sack just like that.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
The lone back's got it. Finds a crease at the 20. He's now up to 64 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Kansas State in business in the red zone. Snap from the gun on third down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
It's a draw. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollack.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
He's right on target. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Cincinnati overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Bearcats tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's on target and complete.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 2nd down after that incompletion. To the air, it's Beck. It's complete to the right. The Cyclones want to crank the tempo. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Kansas State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
Iowa State, 0.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. Throwing right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass, showing the arm strength to the left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Got it in the middle. It's Davis. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. And the ball comes to rest right there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Power football with the run. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. I'd honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. He's now got 78 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Sweet cut. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The ball squirts free. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Hansen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Black. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. After an unproductive first half and opening drive in the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. With the catch, it's Hansen. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to the air one more time. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. Well, after the quarterback put the ball on the deck, he went into damage control mode and was able to get back on top of it.
Yeah, he's really lucky. And you remember, quarterbacks, they're not practicing the same ball security as running backs are, per se, each and every week in practice, but that's no excuse. That quarterback has got to do a better job holding on to the rock.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Cyclones looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it. It's Hansen. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Field goal is good. Let's not say they cut into the field goal. Maybe just a little bit of their way with their finger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on.
Offense will
20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll throw it on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. He's going to let it go. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. They go to the ground. Makes his man miss. Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Kansas State! And the punishment has been extended.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They're lining up to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. to the ground with the back. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
He's brought down at the 33.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll give it to the back. Spins away from the defender. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll try the right side. Smashes through. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Fighting off the defender. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The play action fake. He's got his man across the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Looking to throw on second down. Lets it fly. Got his man to the left. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Iowa State sending the offense back out. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to...
Snatches it on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Discards a man. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop you. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. And I got to be honest, I like it.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Using the quick game. Running with power. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Gets away from one. Continues to fight for yards. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Oh, big juke to get past. Touchdown, Kansas State! And the pummeling has started. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch games.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but, man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. And the Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense working from the pistol. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Off play action. It's complete on the right side. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Running to the left. And that is how we will wrap this one up. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.